am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're starting with you guys Black Sails! Episode 1 from first season!
Yes. New show, you guys. We asked you recommendations for live and anime shows that we should watch, and you voted for Black Sails quite a lot. Funny story, a few years ago we were buying DVDs for fun, and we wanted to try our luck with the show we didn't know about, so we bought...
That looks interesting.
That looks cool. So we bought season 1 of Black Sails, and back then we watched, I think, 2 or 3 episodes. It's been a while, so I don't quite remember what happened in those episodes. We ended up not having time to finish it because we started the channel and all of that. But now that you guys are recommending it for us, and we've seen a lot of reactors adding it to their schedules in the last few years, people say it's good, so we said like, why not? Why not watch it? We're very excited for this. Like I said, I heard it's good. I know it's about pirates, but that's about it. Maybe stuff will come back to us when we watch the first 3 episodes, but besides that, I'm just in it for a good show. The opening is cool, I remember that, for sure. So we will, like our other shows, have the full-length reactions to these episodes, as well as 1 episode in advance, maybe 2 in the future, on our Patreon. So if you want to check them out, the link will be in the description below. And besides that, let's go! Let's go! New journey! Exciting. It's just always cool to watch old ships on open sea like this. That's why we like pirates.
Gun crews, at the ready! Gun crews at the ready!
Never surrender!
What are you doing? Why on deck with the crew?
I think the better question is, why aren't they all down here with us? You can get killed up there.
Oh, so you're a coward then?
Yeah? You too?
I'm not a coward, I'm a cook. What do you think the captain would do if he found out you've abandoned yours?
Well, if he's dead and I'm alive, I like my chances.
If it's not his battle, why try to fight it? I guess that's how you live a long life.
They are out of our range!
We are not out of theirs.
They got better cannons!
This ship flies the banner of Captain Flint. Good cooks are in short supply, even for criminals. But you, cowering below decks, they'll gut you for sport.
Don't get caught. He was obviously doing something though, so...
What is that?
It's nothing.
Maybe when Captain Flint gets here, we can let him decide.
It's an old recipe from my grandmother.
Wait, you took it in the books of the captain, right?
Yeah, so maybe a map or something?
No.
No?
I kind of feel like the blue coat guy doesn't fit with everyone else. So maybe he's not supposed to be on the ship.
I think that he sneaked in on the ship?
Maybe.
Please let me inside! Move away from the door! Do not surrender now! Flint will kill us all!
Afraid? You're all still gonna get caught, man. Probably all gonna die as well. Okay. Scare tactics. It's very effective.
Oh shit.
You put all of you in that little tiny room. You were a sitting duck.
What the fuck?
The more fear they spread at the sight of them, at the sound of them, the stronger they may be. People will flee, they won't fight, they'll abandon ship.
It's done!
Ooh.
That's the captain, right?
Captain
You
Flint!
agree?
Yeah. No need for more bloodshed. Can I have a pork parley, please?
Cool opening, that I remember. That looks fucking cool.
It gives me vibe from Westworld a bit.
A little bit. It's true, Michael Bay worked on this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So are we expecting like big explosion and stuff?
The battle scenes will be cool. I think pirates and the whole universe around pirates, pirate shows and stuff is very cool, but I do not like the ocean. I do not like sea creatures, so I could never do this.
Parents' life is not for you?
I've been practicing.
Grow up.
The behind the scenes of what they've been doing. I'm the cook.
Hello. He couldn't handle the thought of what you might do to him.
Yeah, and he stabbed himself in the back.
My name is John Silver, and I happen to be a very good cook.
Total tally 400. After injury payments, we will net just under $8 per man.
The crew will not be happy. One
Aye, mate. There's always need for more.
Take a look. Captain's log. It's all there. Told you this was the ship. Where is the schedule?
In the hands of your new cook.
Where's the schedule? The page that was torn from your log. We're gonna bring on 5 more men. Hard to refuse to kill that. Is it their hands you want, or their votes?
Are we on the verge of mutiny?
Ooh. But I mean,
If they don't have money from this?
If the crew is not happy, the crew might change captain.
You get the cook. It's all the ship can afford right now.
You got a shitty cook.
Yeah.
My men must have taken it.
They're all searched.
Damn it about Newmore, I tell you. Call up your men. You can't, can you? You're their captain. You have no control over them.
Looks like he's losing it,
How
yeah.
long before you're the one they tied to the mast?
He's obviously on a quest. He's not telling them about it. If he was hiding it, it means it's valuable. I would say you have that. You could bargain with the captain and say, hey, I have something you want. Get some favor. But then again, if you don't know what it's worth, you can't really bargain for it either. So...
Singleton. He has the boats to remove you as captain. When he gets ashore, he doesn't have to be sneaky about it. He'll get what he needs.
I told you there would be some lean days while we track Parrish's ship. You said the crew would weather it.
Days? It's been 3 months with no profit. Nobody knows what it's all been for because you don't trust them with the truth.
if you don't trust them, how can they trust you?
Sure.
I just need a few more days.
They don't have a few more days.
This is a part of why I love the game Black Flag so much. It's beautiful. And it's places I've traveled to in the game, so...
I need a moment with your boss. What a good time.
Get the fuck out. You want to run at first sight of trouble, be my guest, but don't expect me to fucking help you.
Okay, that woman I remember.
And that goes for all of you.
Fuck yourself, cunt.
I'm guessing she's in charge. You do not want to mess with that.
Is she one of the Guthries?
Maybe she's the Guthrie.
Mr. Scott, who is this man?
Was it Captain Burgess of the Trinity?
How much was their last haul?
Nearly 1,000 in profit.
Wow, Mr. Sanderson. Pleased to be in your company. Do you know why? Because you're an earner. Can I tell you what happens when I stand near an earner? My pussy gets wet. In which case, I will go fuck myself.
She knows how to deal with them.
Mistress Guthrie.
Ah, okay. So she's really in charge.
I think it would have been different if he was just a washed up guy who didn't earn anything.
We have an agitator.
What does that mean?
I like her. I like her attitude.
I expect him to call the boats in.
Flint's got morale problems. What do you want me to do about it?
I need money to show up support.
I mean, maybe she likes him enough to do that.
How much would you need?
Hey.
I'm trying to be intimidating now.
Intimidating.
1,000 pieces of 8.
I think she likes Flint.
Yeah.
She's a businesswoman first, but when it comes to him, she makes exceptions, so I think she likes him. Because, like, just earlier, she did not antagonize one of the guys that brings the most money back, despite being called, being told to go fuck herself and all that, so she could have gotten mad and just do something bad. She controlled herself, she put the business first, but not this time.
What does the crew think of me? They've always found me aloof, too educated. But now it seems they feel I'm too weak.
You didn't say
I
anything,
was going to
but...
say unlucky.
Same
So
thing.
that's the thinking. Is that what you think?
He looks mad.
This is to sell, is it not? But you cannot know who best to sell it to. I can know that.
And what's that going to cost me?
Half.
Oh, shit.
Now tell me what it is.
I don't know.
There's that too. It's valuable, but why?
Let me tell you a story about a Spaniard named Vasquez. A few weeks ago, he staggers into a tavern on Port Royal, takes a seat next to an English merchant captain. Vasquez, it turns out, is dying The knife wound was courtesy of his former employer, La Casa del Contricio in Seville, responsible for the security of one particular ship. A ship with a cargo so rich, the King of Spain is very anxious to see it launched. If he couldn't arrange for an escort, he should plot a course for the ship unknown to anyone but our captain.
Careful.
The ship in question, Arca de Lima, the largest Spanish treasure galleon in the Americas.
Okay, okay.
Total cargo in excess
Oh,
of 5 million.
Marvelous story, Captain.
I harbored my doubts as to its authenticity right up until yesterday, when I took the merchant captain's ship and found Vasquez's story. A page was torn from the log with the Urca's course and schedule written on it. Now, I could recreate it from what's left, but I'd need help.
He's got a very, very pricey page.
Your man in Havana. I need you to make an introduction.
Absolutely not.
Come on, my friend.
I kind of understand now why he doesn't trust his crew to know about this.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Do you have any idea how heavily armed that ship is? If I were to even make inquiries about this with colonial intelligence, they'd see me dead.
I will have that name.
Billy, Billy.
He told you.
Billy, put your pistol on Mr. Guthrie here.
You gotta calm down.
The name, please.
It is simply out of the question.
He's supposed to stay on your side.
Captain Hume of His Majesty's ship, the Scarborough.
Nothing is going on.
You've caught me at business. Do you have gossip here? You see, gossip is what holds civilization together. It reinforces shame, and without shame, the world is a very dangerous place.
It's actually not wrong. Well, the shame
Do
part.
you know what the gossip is in London about you? The gossip is that you make your profits selling ill-gotten cargo.
What?
I will never.
We'll certainly find out, won't we? Take him into custody.
Well. Oh shit. Okay.
You needed to put it at the other man, not Mr. Guthrie.
If he dies,
You need the name. You need the name.
then
Told me you and your men were with me.
if he dies, that means his daughter would take
I do
over.
what's best for my family.
Yeah, but we're the one that killed her father.
Flint has fucked us all for long enough. Can't you see that?
Badass.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with her.
I remember his face as well.
Captain Flint.
Damn butcher.
I know what you're thinking. We lose that fight.
And now we've just lost maybe the vote. So, yes, he's dead. It's very sad, but I'm thinking of the vote. I knew I liked her. Oh,
Would you like to tell me what that was all about?
what do you think?
You fucked me tonight. Flint, his captaincy, I had an interest. You'll make it right. 'Cause if you don't, you're finished here. I won't sell another ounce of your cargo.
He's got a lot of cards.
Your father sells my cargo.
Her father is dead.
Maybe.
When I tell him you put our biggest earner out of business, he'll make...
Remind you that Flynn hasn't been your biggest earner in quite some time.
Yeah, but we care about him.
Your father will always choose profits over daughters.
Businessman.
Whatever future this place has left, I'm it. And if you ever challenge me again in front of my crew, I may just forget that I loved you once.
History there. Okay, okay.
There's a lot of history everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of sneaky attempts, manipulations, passions, and goals. Pirates.
We'll need to find a safe place to stash him before he comes to and starts talking. I don't want the men panicked about that when I need them focused on the Urca.
He's a bit obsessed.
Maybe Singleton's right. Maybe it's time we made a change.
He's on the verge of losing everything.
Yeah, but is it worth it to lose all of his shit for this?
Well, lies ahead, Mr. Singleton. Can I see you through?
And what is that?
There's a war coming.
End of your era.
When the king brands his pirates, he doesn't mean to make us adversaries. He means to make us monsters.
Well, you're not helping with the teeth and the screams and...
Civilization is coming.
No, but
And
yeah.
it means to exterminate us. We must unite behind our own king.
King of the
No
pirates.
kings here. I am your king.
Not yet. You're just a captain, and right now you're not really good at it.
Well, no, he's good at it, but with this particular mission...
You need to figure out what you're gonna say to him. They don't care about anything I have to say. Well, you need to make them care.
Make a good speech.
You need to rely them to your cause, to your goal.
They want money. I know you don't trust them, but if you spoke about the treasure, there's a good chance they would rally behind you. Blue coat guy is not a good spy.
Well, he's not a good cook either.
Yeah.
For the past few months, you and I have been on the trail of a prize so rich, it could upset the very nature of our world. I felt it necessary to keep it secret. I didn't trust you. But it would appear that my concerns about secrecy had merit. Someone on this crew discovered my plans. And tore from this log the very page necessary to discover that prize.
You're gonna be a hunted man.
What?
Stoked your resentment to cover his crime.
He's gonna say it's him?
And make himself your captain.
It's a good way to get rid of him. And he would also show the crew he's not weak. And he gave them a taste of what they were after, so...
To affirm dominance.
Costumes are so good. Not bad, not bad. For the both of them. The cheers were way too.
We'd be happy for this.
Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Is he weak now? What page is this? He made it up to have a good reason to get rid of the guy, gain the trust of his people, and he's putting him before a choice.
It's a stolen page.
Okay. It shows his side.
Friends.
And now they will think that they're very
The
close.
prize that you and I have been pursuing is Loca de Lima. A prize of almost unimaginable value. We can begin our hunt, and we will succeed. I will see that prize is yours. I'm gonna make you the princess of the new world.
He gave a speech.
He has it better than Single Thunder.
I guess Billy understood that they wouldn't need him in the times to come, and he proved he was strong enough, and he chose to support him, knowing that this was all a lie.
Can I help you?
I think I have something you might want to buy.
Not them, not them. We're gonna have a fucking chase.
Yeah.
Vane already wants to be the captain of the place, so...
Yeah, and with that information, he's gonna be the captain.
So there's a lot I forgot about this first episode. Some of it was familiar when I watched it again, but most of the big plot points, I don't even remember if I was watching and if I was concentrated on the episode
Paying
back
attention?
then. Yeah, so I'm glad that we're jumping in this show again. I'm glad that we're taking the time to listen to all the characters and what their motivation is, because there's so much going on in this first episode alone. Okay, so I already, and by the way, the names, you know me, I will be bad with that, so there's going to be a lot of descriptive. Blue coat guy, and Guthrie girl, and all of that.
Did you say that his name was John something?
Maybe John something.
It looks like a John something.
We'll call him John. Okay.
John.
I don't know much about him yet. I like Flint. I like the Guthrie girl.
Eleanor.
And I like the quartermaster, if only because he's a good quartermaster. He's really good at his job. Very loyal, and he went to extra lengths this episode to make sure his captain was going to stay his captain.
He knows that he's a good captain. He knows his shit. He knows what he's doing. And
it's a friend too.
It's a friend too. I mean, they've been with each other for years.
He's basically the connection, like, if I'm not wrong, I do know a little bit about pirates, but from movies and games I've played. So you can correct us in the comments if anything we say in those conversations is wrong, but the quartermaster is basically the connection from captain to crew.
Yeah.
So he'll report what's going on with the crew, the gossip, the whispers and stuff, the intentions, the mood to the captain, so he can better direct his ship and send them in the right direction. Recently, though, Flint has not been listening, so what do you do?
No, because he's a pirate on a mission.
Yeah. Obviously, Singleton was good at giving speeches, giving them, because like if you don't have money, you would get pissed off more and more. He had a good way to make that anger just express itself and focus their motivation. Like if you're angry, might as well be angry at this guy and if at this new captain we just got. And then if that captain is gone, who's left? When given the opportunity, he would have gotten the votes for sure. So Quartermaster really did his job, and if it wasn't for Vane killing one of the crew members that had a vote,
Messiah?
a big one, he would have won easily. But again, I feel like this is the better way maybe for Flint to get the respect and loyalty back.
Because now it technically assert dominance, his strength.
The word was that he was weak.
Yeah.
So
well, no, he isn't.
Because if you do it by voting, you bought most of those votes, so you have them silent for now. But a couple more weeks of this, they probably would have switched eventually, and that would not have stopped Singleton and his people from whispering and spreading rumors and just saying shit behind his back. So by doing this, it's a lie for sure, and it's dishonest. He spoke of trust, but he literally manipulated them.
What I mean, he technically did not lie about
what they're looking for,
but he did lie to give himself more time.
He lied about being close, because as close as he can be, he is still missing a page. I'm still not sure. I assumed he was dead, the Guthrie man, but I guess if they brought him back and they talked about him coming to, and they did not want anyone to recognize him, and I was like, maybe he's still alive and stuff, which would make sense because they need the name from the person in Havana.
Yeah.
So they need that to reconstruct the page. So I guess we'll keep him around. If not, we need to find a way to get that page, or at least reconstruct it. It could still be months, because we gotta account for the travel. We gotta account for you still gotta find some money. You gotta feed your people. So it's not gonna be tomorrow that they're gonna get that money. But with this speech now, they're gonna be focused on the possibility of treasure. So they'll be motivated. So for that works. He needs to be fast about it though. On the trust side, he showed himself as strong since they thought he was weak, and in one fell swoop, he got rid of Singleton. So there you go. Pirates.
Pirates.
He did make a speech about how the world was changing, which is true. Most of my... Well, actually, weirdly enough, I'm going to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean because I am wearing the headband right now. So this was, I think, a big part of the story in the third movie.
Yeah.
And it's also something that's very prominent in the Black Flag game. How the world was changing, the government, the royalty, like people were taking charge and nothing was free anymore. So if you wanted to, set sail, go somewhere, exchange stuff, just sell stuff, before you could do whatever you wanted. Like the waters didn't belong to anyone, so you were free to do as you pleased.
But now with those changes,
civilization is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are putting laws on everything. They are, giving titles. They're saying that if you want to sail on those seas, you need a permit, or you need to be,
pay taxes and stuff.
All of that, yeah. So those that want to do what they're passionate about, those that want to keep sailing, those that want to obtain their riches, their money, their way, because so in this new world, you can still become someone important by working hard, but it's gonna take a long time. And if you're from the fucking bottom of the city, like if you're from nothing, you're good with the sword maybe, but you might not be given a chance to become anyone. So you're not gonna make you're not gonna become rich. You're not gonna get the easy life. You're not gonna get anything, because life is just fucking you were born in this life with nothing. So you are born from nothing. You have nothing. You will be nothing. When you're a pirate, or at least when you live by those ideologies, you can make your own fortune.
Even if you have nothing from the beginning?
Yeah, you can just be, you train, you become good, you find the good friends, the right friends, and you can do anything.
Make a name for yourself. make a reputation.
Yeah. So then, of course, those that would not want to adapt to this new civilization thing would be branded pirates because they are criminals. They go against the law, which in a way, like, yes, but I understand also those that say, you know, it was like that in the beginning and now you're trying to change, but if you want to change and I say I don't want to change, why am I forced to adapt to what you want? Because it suits you, it works for you, but it doesn't work for me. So of course you want it to go that way, but I don't agree. So they have the power, they'll brand them pirates, criminals, and they'll make life hell for them. They'll get rid of them.
They're gonna give them beautiful necklaces.
Tattoos, brands. Oh yeah, necklaces.
Yeah.
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 I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. So it's a danger right now. Like Nassau, I think was a free city still.
Yeah.
Like a place where they could still, you know, fly their colors and not have those permits, not pay those taxes. It was a free port, was it?
Mm-hmm.
If I remember from
They
the
took
game.
it back from the English.
Yeah.
So basically everybody could
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go there and sell their stuff for
They
a
made
price.
it theirs so they would not be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
But
But it's brilliant anyway because you have one emissary, like the Guthrie's, who take the loot from the pirate ship basically and sell them to the civilized people.
so,
You know,
nobles and
they are the
rich
facade basically.
nobles, rich men, like people with a lot of power would perhaps still see some opportunity in dealing with pirates. So I guess it's a deal where he's like, you don't attack me, I stay in charge of this place, I keep you safe, but in exchange, I will make money off of what you get. So I'll help you if you help me. This works. But now that, they're trying to get rid of all of that, they're going to be in danger. Nassau is going to be in danger of being overtaken. The guy that was in charge, Guthrie, is gone. The daughter is going to have a lot on her shoulders.
She already had a good head on her shoulder. She was technically following in her father's footsteps, so
She knows how to handle them as well, so that I think she has it in her. It's just right now there's a lot happening, so the stress level is woohoo.
and she's technically involved with a lot of people. Vane, Max, possibly Flint.
I feel like Max is just an escape. I need to see more of him. I feel like Max is just there to help her lose control a little bit, just let loose.
But do you think it is same way for both of them, or maybe
No,
just
I think
for
there's
Eleanor?
I don't think there's any feelings involved. But then again, I need to see more of it. I feel like she's just a really good friend, and she's basically like, she's a whore. Like she sleeps with, that's her job. So she knows how to make people feel good, and I feel like this is what she's doing with her. She's making her feel good, so she's not stressed all the time. I think they are really good friends, though. They work together. She works for her, so they help each other out like that. And for now, that works. I mean, whatever makes you feel happy, that's good. I think where the real romance is right now, at least, is she has a thing perhaps for Flint, if not just respect and huge,
She might have a crush because he's
I-
just that good of a captain.
And she used to be in a relationship where at least he used to be in love with her, Vane. And now there's conflict between the two of them because Flint has been focused on this task for so much, he hasn't been bringing any money, and so Vane, who probably wants to eclipse that legend that he used to be, because that's the thing, if you used to be a big name back in the day, and now people respect you for that name, but you can't keep it up, it kind of sucks for those who want to make their mark. He would see an opportunity with people that are discontent and they want to throw him away. He'd be like, why not help it along? Just get rid of him. He would want to be the biggest earner. He would want to have the biggest respect, make a name for himself, and be the guy everyone wants to make a deal with. That's how you get richer. And that's how you keep the respect of your crew.
I want to know though, do you think that it might be possible for them to ally themselves under one king?
I think that's... the thing is,
Because
they
basically
were
for
this.
me-
No, but they are this because they did not want to follow a guy like
One man.
one man that they don't know, they don't respect, that's not with them out there. They want to stay free. If it's war that's coming, they might need to unite under one person to
Just
just
like
direct everyone.
Pirate of Caribbean 3.
Yeah. Like they might need to unite So it's a good speech. If there is war coming, if they need to prepare for this, they cannot be scattered everywhere. They'll be picked off one by one.
Yeah.
Because those Navy ships, those officers, they have a lot of firepower. They get money from the.
A lot of firepower, a lot of resources, a lot of men. So
and they are basically just going from ship to try and survive. So some of them might be rich, but others, it doesn't look good. Like they don't have as much access to stuff. So if they are on their own with no support, they might be killed easily. So if war is coming, you need to prepare, and to get that 5 million would definitely help. But I feel like if you start saying, I want to be the king of you guys, the king of the pirates, and we'll create our society, we'll change things, you're basically saying that to avoid their society, you want to make a society. So you're exchanging one for the other, and that's if you keep the respect of your people. Once the war is over, which pirates will disappear, so they don't win this war. But it's a TV show, so we don't know where they'll go with that.
Well,
by the way, is some of it inspired from real names, real stories?
I think so.
Because maybe some
of it might have been inspired by real events.
That would be cool. We'll check it. We'll
but
check it out.
Pirates nowadays, they're still out there, but they adapted. You know?
Yeah, they're modern pirates, but they still do what pirates do, but they sail international waters or just they stay undercover and stuff. They attack ships that pass and they steal
cargoes and stuff.
that's still a thing, but still they're not as there as they used to be. This used to be a real problem. This used to be a real problem, a big problem. This used to be this was how things used to be, and now they're trying to change it. So of course there's a lot of them out there, and the idea of you're stealing our freedom would be largely spread. But yeah, I feel like to have that idea, I think it would be nice in the beginning, but given time, I don't think they would like it.
They might go back to what they used to be, and it might crumble.
How long will it take for someone to say, you're shit as king, I want to replace you? It will lead to more fighting. It's always that. People will always, unless you can give them what they want, make them content, and just keep their respect, there's always going to be someone that wants more. So you can do your best, but eventually there's going to be trouble. And if you cannot deal with that trouble, they will keep coming at you, and eventually they'll replace you, and someone might replace them. It's going to be a never-ending cycle. So, yeah.
That Captain, you said something that piqued my interest. The fact that society cannot live without gossip or without the concept of shame.
Gossip brings shame, and shame is necessary. I thought it was cool because the gossip brings shame, controls shame. I thought it was interesting because I never heard that, but I feel like it's true. Gossip is terrifying in the way that if people are gossiping about you, you might fear what they're saying, and you're ashamed of the stuff that might come out, or the stuff that is not true, but they're speaking about it. So you're like, oh, it's painting a picture and stuff. So if you're afraid of gossip, you might, how that would control society is gossip would force you to act a certain way, or if you want to prove something else, if people are whispering about you, it would give them ammo to make you do anything.
It's true that, it is still a fight for today that we technically shape the way that we act and talk based off how people might perceive ourselves.
Well, just pirates, in the beginning of the show, of the episode, we saw how, they got there with those teeth,
those
and
fake
and
teeth,
screaming. They look like demons, and the word that is spread around about pirates is they're monsters and all of that. And I was saying, this is kind of what they have to sell, this side of them, which is not necessarily true. He took those teeth out after, so it's a facade, it's a mask that you put on so that they are afraid of you. Because if they're not afraid of you, they'll fight back.
True. You know what? I kind of see them just practicing before attacking your ship. Okay, and on 3 we're gonna just all together just scream, oh,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, ho! And on 4, we're just gonna go and shoot those guys.
Yeah. But
okay,
it's
everybody, last rehearsal.
It's reputation, but it's also gossip. Like people will whisper about you, about the things you've done or have not done, but if they whisper about it, they are talking about you, and that your name is gonna spread, and they will recognize your flag and shit their pants. If they are afraid, they are easily controlled, they are easily stopped. So reputation is important for a pirate. If they don't know who you are,
they're not making a good job out of it.
I mean, that's the difference between... I mean, they were also hitting hard, but I think that's the difference between a crew that fights back and a crew that hides in a room and gets picked off in one explosion.
Yeah.
In any case, and that John guy, I don't really know. We'll need to see more of him. He's a thief. He's just going to opportunity from opportunity to opportunity.
I don't think that he sneaked on that ship at the beginning. Like, he wasn't part of the
He saw an
crew.
opportunity. He wants... I mean, he would be a good pirate, I guess. Like,
I think
he's
that
looking
maybe
after...
Because I do believe that he sneaked in, so he was trying to escape. You think maybe he was a
He's
prisoner
just
or
trying to
something?
survive.
Yeah,
What's
no,
the point? Like, he's not fighting for the fun of it. I guess from him, I'm getting the vibe that he just wants good fortune. He wants riches. He wants to be something, but not necessarily a warrior or anything. Like, why risk his life if he can just hide and pretend to be someone else? He found that page who is now worth a lot of money, and apparently it's going to be sold to Vane. So, I mean, they're going to try to sell it to Vane. So we'll see where that goes, but... I do remember him being thrown overboard, if I remember correctly. I think that was the last thing we saw in this show.
I don't recall.
Was it him? Or someone else? I don't remember, but one guy gets thrown overboard or falls overboard. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright.
Okay, so that's it for episode 1. Very intense first episode. There's a lot happening, but unfortunately, we're going to have a lot to talk about every time. So I am looking forward to this story. Hopefully you guys are as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, as well as the full-length reaction to this episode, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
Alright, and the next one, if not, will be on YouTube next week. See you then, guys.
Bye!